I'm trying to get the link in here. Let me put the link in here. Post comment. Oh, there we go. There we go. Here's the link if anyone wants to come in. Tell you about this crazy crap. Okay, this cup, but the last layer is on this cup. Oh my God. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, but you probably hear this crazy cup rotating in the background. Oh, and I'm gonna show you this beautiful picture. I'm at the last little bit of it. Last little bit. The cameras. I'm at camera. Finally figuring out these daggum buttons, Finally. Okay. Finally. I've done her face. Y'all saw her face. Check out this hand. And then her little red, I guess, handkerchief or whatever. But there's her hand. Then over on this side, it'll be the same thing with another red handkerchief. And then down here, I'm working on the top. This will be a skull right in here. So that's where I'm at on this one. So I'm getting down there. Hate these double-sided tapes. Hate the double-sided tapes. But getting there. Getting there. So if anyone wants to come in, there's the link to come in. There's the link. Okay. Now, after this one's done and comes off of this lap board, this is what I'll be working on. This is a licensed painting. I've had this forever because you know where this came from? This company is not even in, I don't even think they sell anymore. This is a license. I can get far enough back. I don't even think I can get far enough back so you can see it. No. So I'm going to have to just, but it'll be done on this lap board. Because on the drafting table, because I'm going to get that big, what's on there for the big one was a piece of, thanks, Cindy, plywood. And we'll take that off. See if I can get this up here close enough so you can see. Can you see what that is? It's called Psyche's Dream. Make sure I got it right side up. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. I'm dumping you upside down. Okay, there. I had you upside down. Oh, God. Let me try it with the paper. Maybe with the paper. It's so hard because the camera is not in the same spot. There we go. It's called Psyche's Dreams. And she's sleeping. And in her dreams is all these couples that are in her dreams sleeping out in fields and by ponds and in the forest and everywhere. And this picture or this canvas is a Josephine Wall. And it was from, believe it or not, Uniquely Yours Down Under. That's how old this canvas is. And it's only, it's not huge. It's not huge. See if the size is on here. If not, I'll have to. It's an 80 by 65. So it's like the size of a Dreamer's design. So it's not huge. It'll take me like 3 weeks to do it. So, I can do it on this in my laptop light board. It'll take like 3 weeks. I can do it watching TV. Well, I won't get very far watching TV because me and Jim watch TV in the night, and I don't diamond paint when we're watching TV at night. So that's made it where I don't get as much diamond painting done. So my diamond painting has kind of slowed down. Get a lot of TV watching done in the evening, but diamond painting's kind of slowed down. Now my house, like he's finishing my dad's up right now. He said, I'm gonna go over and he's sanding the last of the ceiling and he's painting the last, and he says, I'll be done over there so I can get back over here and finish up stuff over here. But we ran into a big snafu. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because evidently, because of course, it's a trailer, it's a modular home. And the way they built where my drawers are, kitchen drawers, is they just stapled them in. The whole apparatus. Well, it's falling apart in there. And so it's off track inside, and we can't get the drawer in or out. It won't come in or out. It won't come in or out. Period. It won't come out. It won't go in. So it's like stuck. It won't move. And he's going to have to take that whole thing apart. And I'm almost to the point of telling him, just take it apart. And when we go to Lowe's to get the vinyl for the floor, I may just buy one of their prefab things and just buy the whole damn thing, put it together, and slide it in there. And just buy the whole new setup. It may cost me a couple $100, but buy a prefabbed, new modular thing and slide it in there. I don't know. The drawer, it says I can't find what it's hung up on. There's nothing there, but it won't budge. It won't come in. It won't come out. And you look in there, and the whole thing the whole thing, and the wood parts are falling off of the whole thing. So, it's like, and he says, I think I'm going to have to actually take it apart and screw it all back together, which is going to be hours and hours of manpower. So I'm almost to the point of telling him, just take the whole damn thing apart. When we go to Lowe's to buy the vinyl and the adhesive for the floor, I will just buy a prefab thing. We'll rip that out, and I will just slide a prefabbed one in there, because it's like, it's just a pain in the ass. Total pain, because the rail had fallen off of it. The front of the door fell off of it the other day, and he had to go put all that back together. And then now the wood pieces the whole thing's jiggling in there, and it's like, it's like, what? And last night he wanted to work on it, and I was like, no, you've been working your ass off for like all last week. I was like, just sit. I told him last night, I said, just sit and let's just watch some TV. And he fell asleep watching TV. So I was like, just give it a rest, rest. I said, you're going to run yourself into the ground, and believe me, I've done it, and it takes a lot longer to recover once you do that than if you just rest. Yes, I'm to the point that would be much easier, just to just take it apart, take it out of there, take the drawers out, take the whole apparatus out, just go to Lowe's, and because they have those prefab things, and just buy a prefab thing with the drawers and just slide it in there, and just be done with it. Just be done with it. Just put that in there and be done with it. It's like, be done with it. Just be done. We got to go buy the vinyl anyway and be done. It'd be done. And I agree with you. Be done. Because when we pulled out the trash can last night, he was like jiggling the drawer, and you could see the whole wood thing in there that it attaches, slides in and out of, just like, and we're like, whoa, shit. And pieces of wood were falling off of it, falling down, and I was like, don't even deal with it tonight. Just get your plate, get your food, heat up your food. Because he's a workaholic. He won't even eat. He'll work 13 hours and not eat. Because he did that the other day. My brother had him putting CV axles in the car and then building the back porch on my dad's place. And I was like, have you eaten today? And he's like, no. I said, get your butt in the kitchen. There's food in the fridge. Sit, eat. You got to eat. Because he was like, yeah, I'm getting kind of dizzy. And I'm like, eat. I said, you're going to fall out. Eat. You know, I was like, eat. I mean, damn. I was so mad. I was like, I'm going to rip that skinny man's neck off. You've got to eat. He was like, calm down, calm down. I was like, eat. He's in the house eating. You eat. It's like, damn. He spent 20 minutes calming me down because I was like royally pissed. I was like, you need to eat. I said, he won't think about telling you to go eat. And you'll just keep working. I said, you need to eat. I was like, ugh. I was so hot. He was like, calm down, calm down. I'll eat. I'll eat. I was like, yeah, you eat. I said, don't even work, because he came over and was wanting to start working on the bathroom. I was like, no, 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 you eat. I was like, I can deal with the toilet in the bathroom one more day or in the hallway, you know. But I can tell you, my bathroom looks like awesome. Bathroom's done. I think the doorknob needs to go back up. I think my Roomba's like charged now. He gave me a Roomba. Gave me a big Roomba, like a 12-inch round Roomba. And I think she's charged up now because she's over there making noises. So I think she's charged. But he brought me a 12-inch round Roomba last night. I was like, sweet. And then he brought me like a 5-inch round heater that, like, when you're doing the tumblers, that you can just plug into an outlet in front of it and set it on medium, low, high, and put your tumbler in front of it and spin it. And so that was my acquisitions yesterday. It was like, thank you. But I guess the Roomba's like all happy now. Yeah, I see green lights, and so she's fully charged, and she should start. I guess I got to pick up all the stuff off the floor so she can run around and start doing her thing. No more vacuuming for me, guys. Just pick up the big shit and let her go. So it's like, yes. But he's over there finishing the sanding over at my dad's house, and he's going to paint that spot on the wall, the ceiling, which took him like a week and a half to do. And then he said, I'll be able to just work over here. I'm like, nice. But yeah. And he was telling me last night how he has to get up and pee every hour on the hour. I was like, I'm glad I don't have one of them prostate thingies. And I told him, I said, he don't know it now, but, you know, they did call and tell me we were putting a premium king for our hotel stay. I told him, I said, you know, if we're in a king bed instead of the double, I said, you get the side of the bed next to the bathroom. I was like, that's that. Yeah. He said, well, you get the side by the mirror. And I was like, well, that's all right, because I ain't facing the mirror. I said, I'm facing the other way. Oh, guys, what I have decided to do in my room for my walls, you know, because, you know, I got my big one, which has a lot of lavenders and mauves and blues and, you know, the big painting. Is I'm doing the top half, because I got a chair rail in my room, doing top half of the wall in a light lavender, and I'm doing the bottom half of the wall in black, because I figured that would be a good contrast. It would really contrast it. Doesn't that sound like it'd be kick-ass colors? Bottom half in black, top half in lavender. And then, of course, you know, you have this one, the new one I'm doing. And then I have that one where it was, I can't remember what it was called, but it had, and it was, of course, Josephine Walton, had all the wisteria trees with the purple wisteria hanging down. And then it had the girl with the pink dress going up the winding staircase, you know, and her trailing pink dress and the big piano. And then the ballerina dancers off in the thing. I think, and she's up there, I'm actually going to get a frame. And then I have the dragon dancers, you know, where it's got the dragon is up in the sky and he's like wrapped around, and it's got all these ballerinas that are dancing up his tail and onto his back, and he'll be on up there. So my whole room will have all Josephine walls, and they'll be up on that lavender wall, and then you got that black on the bottom. So I think that'll be a cool contrast, the black and the lavender. I think that'll make it pop, and then all the Josephine walls with their colors. I think that'll be really, like the bomb. And of course, my stinky nails have been so thin that I started taking hair, nail, and skin vitamins. So I've got all these cool mineral bond stuff, but my nails wouldn't stay out. So I can't wait for them to come out so I can start putting the cool colors on them. Trying to get this one, the one that's going to go on my table once I get that big ass board off of it, so it's the size of a normal table, so I can actually take a picture of my altar with the cool ass skulls, with the buck skull and the doe skull, because they're really kick ass. I mean, it's gorgeous over there, and then you can see it really, really well. It's going to be a AliExpress knockoff, which I won't be. I'll be able to put it on my Love and Sparkles page. Don't kill me, because it is a knockoff. It's not licensed, but I bought it back before I knew about licensing. So I'm not going to throw it away. I paid good money for it, but it was before I knew, and I haven't been able to find Heaven and Earth for it yet, because it's Chuck Benson, but it's this camping one, and I didn't know about it, but I'll do it over there so that, because it's harder to do whipping chats over there. This one is licensed, so I can actually set it up over here and actually do like real whipping chats with it. This one, I don't think she's anybody's, because I haven't seen her with anyone at all. And oh my God, yeah, she was an AliExpress one, and a couple of popped off. So when I get done, she will have to be sealed. She will definitely have to be sealed. Now, with this stupid ass cup, I will show that one. Oh, and let me show you what I did. Because the painting of it, yeah, the painting part. Now, when I go to doing all the water slides and the resin work on this one, I will set up a camera and show it all. This I couldn't, because it was all outside, and it was a lot of spray of walking the mist and kind of stuff, so that wouldn't have been good. But this one's mine, and it's lavender and pink and green. And then what I did is I took metallic chrome, and I would just spray it and wave it through the mist, and that's where it kind of got that sheen. I didn't spray the cup. I sprayed the air and just waved it through the air. So I didn't actually spray it on the cup. It was sprayed in the air and then waved into it to get that sheen on it. And then when I get done doing that, I'll clean off my stuff in there. And then I'm going to get I'll go into Walmart and get some Mod Podge. And then I'm going to actually wipe it down with Mod Podge. And I'm probably going to get some green glitter and some pink, and probably green and like a silver, pinky and like a silver, and lavender or like purple and a silver, and sprinkle them through here so that they're on here. I'm not going to do them heavy, because I don't want it heavy. I just want them sprinkled, and put them on there. And then I'll do a light. I learned my lesson. Do not do heavy coats. Do not do heavy coats of resin. It does not. Learn that on that one. No heavy coats. I did a heavy coat, and it sat there and it ran for 4 days and never set up. So do not do. No heavy coats. Heavy coats do not set up. So like 10, maybe 15 meals at a time, just real thin. Let them, you know, slide them on there real easy. Let them run. And then they'll set. Mine is it has to run for 24 hours, and then it sets the 24-hour setup time. Then you let it sit another 24 to be totally set up. And I don't know what my cat did, but she scratched me all across my forehead, launching across my head in my sleep. Wonderful little kitty. But so you just put a thin coat over your glitter to set it, get it solid. And then I'm gonna take my water slides, little pictures I did, like of the and I found you can do them over this, but you gotta be really careful because it'll set up air bubbles under these little ripples. Found that out the hard way. Now, I found you can go up. I think I'll just do Sin because my name's so damn long. I think I'll just do Sin up here for my name. Just go up and do Sin. But you can sit there and do your pictures, and do them on a thin layer and put those on there. You can put them down there, but make sure the water is out from under because on his, I didn't get all the water out and it made a bubble, and I actually had to pop the bubble on top of the you get out of here. Go. Bye-bye. I had to pop the resin and get the air out from underneath it and then do another coat over it and get it inside it. You have to get like sand down any of the glitter that's come through the resin, get it all smoothed out, and just keep doing thin layers until it's totally smooth. Like his, I think is going to end up having 4 layers before I finally got it all smoothed down and glass-like. I think I'm on the last layer, but like multiple thin layers. Hard way, learned thin layers. Don't try to just do one big fat layer. Doesn't work. Hard way, learned. But then mine, I now know. But this one, these 2 cups, my big ones that I was drinking out, the hot pink one and the purple one, which were my Color Street ones that I had bought. These were those the ones that were like what was it? Where they're blasted and I don't even know what to call it, but they had the paint blasted on them. I had sanded all that stuff down, got it all off of there. Yeah. Oh my God. Heck of a learning curve. I did learn that, like if it's not quite cured and you touch it and you got it on your, like, I didn't know it wasn't quite totally dried. It felt like it was dry, but when I touched it with my hands and it got on my hands, because it felt, like it was done, but when I grabbed it, it was still sticky and it got in my hands. Vinegar gets it off. So just in case you ever work with it and it's not totally cured and it gets on your hands, vinegar, just regular old white distilled vinegar will get it off of your tools, off your hands. Not sure if it gets it off your clothes. So distilled vinegar takes it right off. You see, what else did I learn? So keep a big jug of distilled vinegar around. And like with his, it wouldn't quite get there. You could actually make up some more resin and put it over the top of it, and it will cure the whole thing. So, I mean, it was just like, yeah, I bought big bottle of 100% acetone, big bottle rubbing alcohol, big thing of vinegar. I mean, I've got big bottles of everything. He's like, what are you buying? I was like, big bottles of stuff. He's just shaking his head. And then like he brought me, because it's like using 200 grit sanding paper. No, he knew what he brought me? 1200 grit. He's like, no, you use this and it'll look like glass. He said, you put water on it and rub it with this and it'll be polished. I'm thinking, yeah, I bet it will. My little cat is a pain in the butt. Something about cats. Something about cats. I thought about going into town today and taking my donations in. And he said, I thought you was going in town. I thought I changed my mind. He just shook his head. He just shook his head. He said, okay. I said, I'm going to finish gathering stuff and throwing it in that box in the house, in the front room. I said, and when I get it all full, I'm going to throw it in the back of the car too. And I think when I go to my therapist appointment next week, I'll take all of it in because on Wednesdays you can take it in too. And I'll just leave for my appointment early and go by there, drop it off, and then go to my appointment and hit two birds at one stone. Get it all done at once. So it'll be one of those things of all at once. I'm gonna do it all at once. Do 2 for 1. Get a twofer. It's a twofer. I help Crafting Gamer. I'm sorry about that, but the shipping, oh my lord, oh my lord. But yeah, just anywhere you can find those 7-day pill containers, just get a bunch of those, and that's what a bunch of people. And also on Temu, go and look up diamond painting storage solutions, and they have those boxes that have the Tic Tac containers, and that's what a lot of us use, and they're like $10. They are like $10 for those. And I use those a lot of times. Hi, Chantel. But yeah, learning the resin is a whole new ball game. But I did get the water slide down. Got the water slide down. Now, I did not know I bought white water slide. And I don't think I like those as much. I mean, yeah, they make it to where you can put dark pictures on dark backgrounds, because his was a dark um, background cup. It was a black and a red. So I was able to put his like Templar Knight kind of looking pictures on the dark background, and they showed up. Whereas if I'd had transparents, they would have just disappeared. They would have just disappeared. So he was all right with those. And like his skeleton archer, like I told him, I said, if I had that on transparent, it would have disappeared. You would have never saw it. So he was like, I was cool with that, because I had to have it on a white background and kind of cut it pretty close and then have it on where it showed up on white. And he's like, I understand that. So he was like, okay with it. But, he was like, it's pretty, he said, actually, it's cool. He said, I like it. So he was all right with it. And it's my first cup. So he was like, that's cool. He was like, I think it's cool. But, yeah. Now mine is going to have that skull inside with the smoke skull inside the mirror. And then I'll show you, we get the pictures I'm going to put in mine. I'll show you the pictures I'm going to put in mine. Because mine are more. And so mine, I'm actually doing diamond painting and this. And I'm trying to do both. See, mine is going to have this one. 'Cause I think that looks really cool. Sorry about the glare, but that's because I've got the sealer. Isn't that cool? Here, you can see really good. I think that's going to be killer. And then it's going to have that one. And then it's going to have that one. Which this one says, the best gift you are ever going to give anyone, someone, the permission to feel safe in their own skin, to feel worthy, to feel like they are enough. So those three are going to go on it. And then thinking about this one. There you go. What do you think about that one? Think that would look cool on there? What do you think about her? Yay or nay? I just thought she looked kind of cool. And then this one is a steampunk witch. See if you can see her. She is a steampunk witch. And then the other one, I just thought this was pretty. It is a paintbrush. Can you believe that? That is a paintbrush. And she's a steampunk witch, and she's on a horse. I don't know if you can see her. She's on a horse. So you can see her horse. And she's a steampunk witch. So those are the ones I'm thinking about putting on mine. And then my sin. And so that would be my cup. And then we would have those two cups to take with us to the haunted hotel. And so what I will do when I'm working on mine, I will clean off my island and actually record working on those. Because, now that I've done his and got the ins and outs of working on his, I can actually work on this and know what the ins and outs and yeses and nos and kind of have a clue, because I didn't have a clue. So, I have an idea now of what to do, but I didn't have a clue. And so his was like the learning curve. I just didn't tell him he was the learning curve. But he was all right with it. Oh, and I will show you some cool stuff. I always get to see the cool stuff because he brought the cool stuff over last night. Here's some cool stuff because you don't get to see this stuff every day. Yeah, the first the thick stuff did not work. Tell you right now. Okay, this is an arrowhead that he is making. So, and he's making it where it's not so sharp that it's going to cut you when you touch it. But he is making this. The only thing he's got to do is he's got to cut the notches in to where you can actually make the twine and attach it to a thing. But he is making this. Really pretty though. I like it because it's made out of glass. Okay. This one is a knife. So you can actually, like, if you're out and you need to skin a deer or something, you can actually use this to, like, skin a deer. So he makes these. I ought to take him and, in a booth somewhere and he could take his stuff and I could take my stuff. We could actually have fun. Okay, now he went out down the Dardanelle to the river where they used to fight across the river and went hunting and found these. He brought them over last night to show me. These are real Civil War bullets. These are what they used to shoot at each other. This thing is heavy, guys. These are what they used to shoot at each other. This thing is heavy as heck. So you got that one. Then you got this one. And he'll find these. And then he'll take a brush and clean them all up and get all the sand and the dirt and all that stuff off of them. And like this one, you can tell where it like hit a cannon or something metal because it's all smashed. Like this one. I mean, this thing is heavy and it's big. And here's a little bitty one. And they're all sizes. They're all calibers. And like this one really hit like a cannon or something because it's like super smashed. And you can tell he's done both sides of the river where you can tell that, and like that's like super smashed. He said, and you can tell like, let me see, where was the one that was like a 22? Oh yeah, that's in here. These are the ones that are like a 22 caliber. Look at this. Civil War era, and it's a 22. It's like, really? I'm like, little itty bitty bullet. I'm like, did y'all have nothing better to do back then? I mean, for real. Wow, this bag's heavy. Hey, he took his marbles back home last night. He was naming them. And then, like, balls. Full lead balls. Like, balls. Little balls. I mean, balls. Balls and balls and balls and balls. Oh, let me look and see if he took those other two from me. He left them here. Hope he left them here. Oh, yes, he left them here. Okay. Because these are really cool. I love these. I love these. These are so stinking awesome. Okay. These. I love these. See if I can get them out. These are awesome. This is one of his marbles. Isn't that a cool marble? Looks like a galaxy. And there's a little itty bitty marble down inside it. Isn't that freaking awesome? It is so cool. I love that marble. And then, I need the other one out. I mean, I love. And see, there's a little bitty one inside. I love that one. And then there's a little itty bitty one. Little bitty one. Is that not too stinking cool? I mean, I love these. These are so cool. Okay, now this is the yellow one. Let's see. Isn't that cool? I love the marbles he has. He has such cool marbles. But he took most of his marbles back over so he could like use his thingy and name them. Name the makers. But those. No, he doesn't make them himself. He collects them. He's got marbles that have been made in Germany. He's got marbles that have been made by Indians. I mean, he's got marbles that were made in 1800s. He collects them. He's got like one hell of a collection. Now, let me see. I can take you in the back room and show you the deer. I found the skulls. I found the skulls the other day. Found the skulls. I did find the skulls. So I can show you the skulls. So I did find the skulls. Okay, let me see. Flip you around. Put you on the back burner. Okay. This is the bathroom. All I have to do now is put up a couple of screws. But this is the floor he put in. He redid all the caulking around like the toilet and that. We just got to take off the old lady thing around there, but he did all along the flooring and painted the walls because it was this god awful yellow. So he did that. This is all the wood so that we can do the trim. So excuse all the wood. But let me see. This is one of the, and when you put it underneath a black light, it's blue and green. But right now it's like, I call it volcano orange. But it's like reds and oranges. I was like, where are they all at? And then I found them. And then this one is in like blues and silvers and mauve. Told me I ought to put them on Etsy because he could probably sell them. Or like when they have this one's in like silvers and blues and stuff. You know, because these things sell on Etsy for 30, 40, 50 bucks, 60 bucks a piece, depending how intricate you get with them. So that it just depends on how intricate. Excuse all the wood. So that's all the wood trimmings. I need to go through there. I told him I said, when I get all that figured out. There's one of the paintings. It's like for the bathroom. Oh, you can't see it. Never mind. I flipped you already. So I got the paintings for the bathroom are in here on the bed. The bullets he doesn't make. The marbles he collects. Let me see. The other thing that I have over here is all these. These are jawbones, and he was teaching me how to age them, like tell how old the deer was, according to the way the teeth and the jaw look. So he was teaching me how to age the deer by how the teeth and jaw look. And then the other thing, that I have that I'm actually, I got to put it back together. I got to figure out how to put it together because is an arrowhead and we got to rewrap it. It's this turquoise necklace and his arrowhead because he collects arrowheads so that we can put it back on the necklace. Oh. Here, they're everywhere. You just got to walk around and find them. Because there was so many Civil War battles around here. You just got to walk around, kick the dirt, and spend time walking around kicking the dirt. Which he does. He just walks around and kicks dirt. And knows what he's looking for, basically. Kicks dirt and knows what he's looking for. Like I said, we was walking down that road, and he just took his knife out, flipped the thing, and here's an arrowhead. I was like, what? I was like, well, I had no clue. So, I mean, he's teaching me how to like spot the difference between what a rock looks like and what an arrowhead looks like. Something about the way it actually looks in the ground. It's got a different look to it. So, but of course, I mean, he's like mostly, I mean, if you put his grandfather's picture and him together, they look alike. And his grandfather was 100% Native American, so he's pretty Native American. You got to know what you're looking for. And he knows. He can spot it. I mean, instantly. He's got arrowheads everywhere. He's got and they're rocks, but they're knives. And it's like, okay. It's like, gotcha. Yeah, and it's like, I can see if it's a monument and you're going and you're stealing it, but if you're out in nature and you're finding something I mean, if you're out there destroying nature to get stuff, that's different. But if you just walk up on it, it's like, I had to put my heated fan on the resin over there to make it actually behave, because it was so, because the house was like 65 degrees, but of course I now it's like 71 degrees outside. Spring has sprung. It's 71. I think one day next Thursday it's going to be 77. It's like this El Nino, Nina, whatever it is like this winter has been totally, other than that 1 week where it was frigid, it's been totally weird. Totally weird, 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 weird. I might not. Yeah, I hear pretty much they own the mineral rights. Like if there's oil under it, they own it. Yeah, there's one night this week, I think it's going to be 60 at night. It's like, really? Really? Yeah, he's supposed to, after he gets done painting my dad's ceiling, he's going to come over. We're going to pull my big picture off of the board. We're going to take it out on the front deck, because even though it's got the polyacrylic, that's not real shiny. So we're going to take some glass acrylic spray, which is shiny, and spray it to give it the shine back. And then we're going to go hang it on the wall. At least to get it up on the wall, it'll have shine. And then, he's going to find some wood to where he can at least put, something. I said, I don't even care if it's just 4 pieces of wood that are mitered at the corner and we just brad nail it up there. If we just kind of, you know, stain it to make it look like a semi frame and brad nail it up there. And he's like, okay, I can do that. I said, it doesn't even have to be a pretty frame. Just brad nail it up there where it's got wood around it. Looks good. He's like, you're easy. I'm like, yeah, I am very easy. I am not difficult. Which is probably why we get along so well. Like, we're watching, believe it or not, Shadowhunters right now. And he was like, so this is all just about her finding her mother. And I was like, yeah. And it comes down like she's part angel. And I said, it's more like teeny bopper. But after that, we're going to watch the originals. I said, that's more like your vicious, we're like going to, slaughter the world by eating nicks. Because he loves watching vampire stuff. So we're going to watch the originals, because that's more like, let's go eat the world, kind of thing. So he's like, okay. But then he gets relaxed and comfortable and he falls asleep in the chair. But he don't want to, don't want to admit it. Don't want to admit it. Mr. Badass. Uh-huh. Last night he was so mad at the dog. Because my dog is in love with the man. In love with the man. My dog loves the man. And she was following him out to the road. So he had to drive all the way back here just to put her butt in the house. And he was like so livid. He was like, put your ass in the house because I can't go. He was like, I gotta go to the store. I was like, well, can I go with you? Because I knew I needed to go to the store. So he was like, yeah. And so I was like, I'll buy some ice cream so you don't kill the dog. He said, I ain't gonna hurt the dog. I said, well, I'll buy some ice cream so you're not mad at the dog no more. Because, oh man, he was mad at the dog. It took him a while to calm down. I was just like, sorry, she loves you so much. I said, she may sleep with you, but she loves you. I mean, she does too. I mean, she is like in love with the man. I don't know what. I said, you can't be bad. He said, I'm bad. I said, you can't be bad. The dog wouldn't love you so much if you was bad. He's like, I'm a bad person. I said, you can't be that bad because the dog wouldn't love you that much. I said, you just had bad shit happen to you, but you can't be that bad. I was like, Lord. I said, just think, you've already had all your bad karma. Now it's time for good. He says, if you say so. I mean, it's like, Lord. I keep telling him because he'll talk negative, and I'm like, don't talk negative. You talk negative about yourself, you just make negative things happen. Talk positive. You ever had them people that talk bad about themselves, and then it's like, don't talk bad about yourself. It just makes bad things happen. Talk good. It's like, do not. It's like, talk good, positive, no bad things. Bad things make bad things. It's like, God. He's looking at me like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Like when I had my hematite in my hand, and he's, oh, don't let me touch it, it'll break. I'm like, whatever. It's like, whatever. Whatever, whatever. It's like, really? Just whatever. It's like, quit thinking that. I said, you think that shit? That's bringing bad karma to you. Think good things. Think good positive thoughts, good thoughts. You know, it's like, Lord. It is so hard when someone thinks bad things about themselves and they are a really good person to make them think good about themselves. It's really hard. I mean, it is hard when they're a really good person to make them think they're not a bad person because people dog them. It's like, Lord. I mean, the only person I know that will work 16, 18 hours a day, not eat, just, and take the shirt off the back of his back and do it and not get paid and not say anything about it, and not people don't realize that, hey, you're wearing them out and not realize, you're not letting them eat, you're not letting them rest, you're not taking into account he's wearing out, you know, and it's like, really? I sat there and watched him the other day walk across the room, and his knees actually gave out. And I was like, man, I hate seeing you hurt like this. And he's, well, if you're going to be around me, you got to get used to it. And I'm sitting there. I finally told him, I said, stop, eat, take a break. I said, one day I sat there and I said, okay, we're going to go do something relaxing and fun. That's it. What do you want to go do that's fun, that you find fun? That was the day we went and looked for skulls. I said, what do you want to go do that's relaxing and fun for you? You need some downtime. I said, you have been balls to the walls for days. You have not taken any time for yourself, nothing fun, nothing, that you like to do. Take some time for you. It was like, Jesus. I said, because when you run yourself into the ground, it's going to take a while to come back up. I said, I know, I've done it. And he was like, well, I guess you got a point. I said, yeah, I know I got a point. I've been there, done that. It sucks. I actually have a magnetic frame that would have fit this. I call her Vampire Girl. It would have fit her. And I can't figure out what I did with it. I put it somewhere. Gotta love these ADHD brains. Even though I take medicine for it now, gotta love them because I can find all my I have some stretcher frames, but I can't find the one. So I actually had to buy another magnetic frame so I can put this sucker up. Now he's like, you know what? I'll just start making you some. He says the fall it is just 4 strips of wood and a string. I can make you them. I said, thank you very much. I said, I don't even need the magnets in it. I can just take some E6000 and glue the damn thing together. He says, oh, yeah, we got that. We got that, because he does a lot of woodwork. And he's like, we got that covered. I said, thank you. I said, thank you very much. And guys, I'm not even sure what we are because he won't put a name on it. I won't put a name on it. But we spend every evening together until midnight, sometimes 1, 2 in the morning, maybe even 3. And most days together for a couple hours, But neither one of us put a name on the damn thing. It's like, And he's cleaning out his house and bringing most of his stuff here. I just got to clean out a closet and a room so I can put it together, put it away halfway decent instead of just in piles everywhere. But I am thankful. I am very thankful for the Roomba. Very thankful because now I can pick up all the dog bones and all the dog toys, and I can actually um not have to break my back vacuuming with these big ass heavy vacuum cleaners. He said, because she'll run around and vacuum and vacuum and vacuum and vacuum and then park herself. I said, really? And he said, oh, yeah. She'll go vacuum and vacuum and vacuum and vacuum and vacuum. And then when she's done, she'll come back and. Yeah, so it's like, I'm not really sure. It's like, okay. I mean, it's like, It's slowly but surely, like, I got all these skulls back there. And it's just like, it's got all kinds of stuff. But we just don't put a name on it. But, we're together every day. Every once in a while, my brother's in. My brother will run off with him until like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. And so on those days, I won't see it. He's with my brother. And actually, the next day when I do see him, he'll bitch about it. He'll be like, I slept in the car because I just was worn out. He says, I'm just not down for that. He'll be like, let's go do this. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, okay. And then he's like, I'm just worn out and sleeping in the car. And then sometimes I think he's like testing the waters because, I think he's seeing how I'll react because I guess my brother went and picked up a chick and, they went to Lowe's to pick up some stuff and then they went and had dinner, went to like Sonic or Wendy's or something and ate. And then he went and picked up some girl and they went and took her to her house and, and then they went Geiger hunting and things. And so he finally said something about the girl. And I guess he was waiting for me to go all ballistic and I didn't know. And okay. And so he was checking to see if I'd go all nuts and I didn't. So I guess he was checking to see if I'd be like going all ballistic or something. And I didn't. I just kind of went, okay. So I guess he was testing those waters, see if I'd go ballistic. I guess he, because he's had some that have, and seeing if I would. So I guess he's testing waters. Because I know he made a comment one time about having, dating someone that was always going nuts. If someone talked to him in Walmart, they'd be a 5-hour fight. And I was like, yeah, I had a husband like that, and it was awful. Awful. Like if someone opened the door for me, like going back whenever you had to open doors in places, and and I would say thank you, and they'd say you're welcome or whatever. It would be a 5-hour fight when we got home. Literally a 5-hour fight. Well, who the hell is that? They know you. Y'all hooking up, and I'd be like, I don't know who the hell that was. He said, here you go, and I said thank you, and they said you're welcome, and that's it. I don't know who the hell they were, and it'd be a 5-hour fight, 5-hour fight, literally a 5-hour fight. And I guess he had one like that. And he was like, never again. If I see signs of something like that, gone. Poof. And so I guess he was testing waters. And I was like, no, 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 no. So, because he had said something about if I see some signs of something like that, mm-mm. And I know the other day, my other vacuum, with the hose was all stuffed and jacked up. And I think he spent like an hour getting that unstuffed and then, clogged. So yeah, we spent an hour unclogging a hose. That was a fun event, let me tell you. But now I don't have to worry about it because I got Roomba Man. So yeah, that was great. And then like for my bedroom walls, he was like, I'll just paint the top. I was like, yes. I'm not gonna argue about that. I'll let you. I'll paint the bottom. I can do that. So I'll paint the black and he'll paint the lavender because he can get up high and I won't argue with him. I will let him. It's one of those things that I will let you. Won't argue with you. No, no. No, 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 no. But I do have to say, this time around, we actually spend time and we talk and we're actually learning about each other this time and getting to know each other this time and know each other's likes and dislikes and, things like that. So we actually know about each other, stuff like that. And we crack jokes and tease and like the other night, I was telling him, I said, yeah, his legs were hurting. I said, go take a hot shower. I said, I got a big, huge glass hot shower. And I said, I won't go in there. I won't bother you. Go take a hot shower. He's like, you going to pull a Suki on me? And it was like, you can pull a Suki. I said, I'm not going to pull a Suki on you. And he goes, uh-huh. He says, it's called rape. Because if you watch True Blood, you'd know what he was talking about. And I said, I'm not going to go in there and accost you. I'm not going to go attack you. He goes, I wouldn't survive it. You'd be having to take me to the ER. It was just like, I said, it'd probably end up with both of us being in the ER. It's like, yeah. And we were just cracking up. And he was like, I might take you up on the shower, though. He said, because that one over there is kind of real tiny and skinny and small. And in there, you got like the party shower. I mean, it's huge. I said, I bought this house literally because of that bathroom in that kitchen. I mean, my bathroom is so huge. I mean, super huge, super, super, super huge that you could have like three people in that shower. And then it's got like a super huge jacuzzi that you could put two people in the jacuzzi. And I mean, it's like after being at my aunt's for 7 years and you only had like 4 or 5 inches to get dressed in. And, now I can sit there and you get out of the bathtub and you can sit there and dance and stretch. And I mean, yeah, I love my bathroom. Yeah, now I know what I want. And it's like, I know what's worth arguing about. And there's not a whole lot that's worth arguing about. It's really not. It's not. Not. Really not. And like I told them, I said, if I have a question, if I think I upset you or I think you're upset and I'm worried about it, I will come over here and ask you. I said, if I think I have done something or I have said something that has upset you or, may have upset the apple cart between us, I will march my happy little ass over here and ask you if I have said something that offended you or if I have done something that is bothering you and just flat out ask. Period. I don't worry about it. I'm not gonna fume. I'm not gonna guess on it. I'm not gonna sit there and stew over it or try to sit or you know sit there and have my little brain sit there and come up with all kinds of crazy shit on it. I will just ask you because you'll just flat tell me, yeah, you did. This is what it is, or no, I'm fine. And I marched my happy little ass over there and said, hey, need to talk to you. Did I say something that's bothering you, or did I do something that's bothering you, or when I said this, did it upset you, or And the look on his face is like, no, I'm fine. We're okay. He just didn't know what to think about that because not very many people do that. And I told him, I said, if I have a question or I think I may have said something that bothered you or done something that bothered you, I will just flat out ask. Because like I bought him some shirts off Temu. I saw some shirts and I thought they might be pretty cool and they kind of worked it. And I never thought about that it might have, bothered them or offended them. And so I just flat went over there and I said, hey, me getting you those shirts, did it offend you or bother you in any way? And he was like, no, I'm fine. I'm good with it, because I will just flat out freaking ask. If I got a question about it, I will ask. I won't sit over here and stew, worry, you know, I just ask. Because I'm not going to make a problem out of something that's not a problem. Because there's no need in that. Because that just causes problems. Okay, those three, that one, and that one. And then, of course, with me being an empath, I can feel what he's feeling. Like, so when he's upset, or like when he's hurting, I can feel it. I mean, I feel the pain coming off of him when he was upset at the dog last night. I really felt that. Ooh, ooh, he was hot at the dog. He was hot at the little doggy. He's like, I'm not gonna hurt her, but I was pissed. He's like, I was quite upset with the little doggy. He said, but I'm not gonna hurt the doggy, but I was upset with the doggy. So yeah, you know. Hi, Melanie. It's nice to meet you. Welcome, welcome. We're just yabbering. We are just talking about whatever crosses our little minds. The link is at the very top if anyone wants to come in. I always put it there that way if anyone wants to come in, they're welcome to join. Just because, never know. People sometimes like to come in and just BS. Just BS. Because BSing is fun. We have talked about, let me see. We have talked about Civil War bullets. We've talked about some cool marbles. We've talked about doing we've talked about doing resin tumblers. Like the next one I'm doing is going to be this one. That's where I'm at right now. I didn't show this part of it because I was out like a little crazy fairy. I did the spraying of the circular part wasn't so bad, but then the sheen on it is actually metallic chrome, and I was out there just spraying it in the air and waving it around in it, dancing in it. Look like a crazy person now. I just spray it in the air and then wave it around in it. People are looking at me like I'm crazy, but I live out in the country, so I can be crazy. And then these are some of the pictures I'm putting on it. Let me see this one. this one, which is a really cool saying. I'll repeat it. The best gift you are ever going to give someone is the permission to feel safe in their own skin, to feel worthy, to feel like they are worth enough. This beautiful smoky skull in a mirror, and then this really pretty flower skull. And those are water slides. And then this one is really pretty. It is a steampunk, and she is on a horse. And then this paintbrush. And actually, the water slide thing actually turned out really cool. And then the next license painting I'm doing is going to be this one. It's Josephine Wall, and it's called Psychic Dreams, or Psyche's Dreams. You can't get that. It's from Uniquely Yours, and they're out of business. Yeah, I fell in love with that quote. It is awesome. I just really fell in love with that quote. So it's definitely going on the cup. And then I'm going to shorten my name to Sin and put it on there. Yeah, I fell in love with this cup. I mean, I bought all kinds of colors, but I thought those colors were cool. I'm trying to get these done because we're going to... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I finished my big Josephine wall. When it gets up on the wall, I'm going to show everyone a picture of it on my Love and Sparkles Facebook page. Is the top and bottom, but they kind of look funky because their pictures were done at separate times, so they're not really together. But when it gets up on the wall, it'll be together. We're going to spray it and get it on the wall today. It is about, I think it's like 38 inches wide and 60, I think it came out to be like 60.4 inches tall is what I think it came to be. It's huge, and it's all super confetti, and it was a heaven and earth conversion. It has taken me 3 years and almost 3 months to complete. It just got done. It was like, I was like, ah! I was so happy. So happy. So happy. But yeah, I was so happy. It is finally done. Finally done. It was super, 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 super confetti. It's beautiful. It's called Once in a Blue Moon. You can Google it on Google. Yes, that is the biggest accomplishment ever, because the size on it, because that was back when I first started. Everyone was, go big or go home. You have to go big to get a... Oh, don't. If you're going to do one, okay, this is what I learned. My learning curve is like crazy. My first resin tumbler, learning curve. Do not do thick layers, because I'm doing my friends first. Do not do thick layers. First learning curve I learned, do not do thick layers. Do very thin layers, do mini layers. So the first thing I learned, don't go big. I did a max, 249 colors. So this thing was 120 by 160. So would not recommend that ever. Do a mini. Minis are like 60 by 90, 60 by 80. They're regular, Dreamer Designs, Diamond Art Club sizes, and they're like 90 colors. So if you're gonna do a mini. A mini is regular Dreamer Designs, Diamond Art Club sizes, and like 90 colors. They still look good, still the full picture, but they're more manageable. This one, yeah, it looks freaking awesome. But it was like 120 by 160, and it was 249 colors. And my girlfriend was like, "You need to throw that thing away and just or throw it in the closet." I'm like, "Look, chick, I paid $325 by the time it was all said and done. No, this thing is getting finished." I was like, "I'm not throwing it in the closet. And once it's up there, you can't take it off because if you move it, all the drills pop off." It was like, "Yo, it ain't moving. This, it is not moving." It's crazy. Stuff pops off of it. All done? Oh, no.
I'm letting the vacuum air it out.
Oh.
Let dust down.
Oh, you're just done sanding.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then I got a few minutes, so when the dust clears, then I'll go in, put my base coat, paint,
Uh-huh.
Just flat roll it on. And then I'll use that textured roller later.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. So I
You're
will
on the phone?
talk to y'all later. Bye. No, I was doing live, but I've been on for an hour and a half.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.